Hey everyone, welcome. Today, we're digging into a blueprint for scaling your AI infrastructure, and we're going to do it by moving past some of that traditional, old-school IT thinking and using a really simple but powerful analogy to understand how you can build a foundation that can truly support world-class AI. So, let's dive right in. And this quote, man, it just hits the nail on the head. It's not just about having clever algorithms or brilliant data scientists. At the end of the day, the underlying hardware and architecture are what separate a cool science project from a production-ready system that changes your business. If you get this wrong, you're literally building on sand. That's the billion-dollar question, isn't it? It's all about being deliberate, being strategic, and recognizing that AI workloads are a completely different beast than anything that came before. And that's exactly what we're going to break down for you right now. We're going to give you the framework to answer that question. You see, the answer isn't just about throwing a ton of expensive hardware at the problem. Nope. The real blueprint, the secret sauce, it starts with something way more intuitive, something every single one of us recognizes. And it's the key to understanding how your infrastructure needs to evolve right alongside your data. All right, first things first, let's talk about this unseen foundation. We have to understand why AI workloads just completely break traditional IT design. I mean, their insane demands for parallel processing and massive data throughput are just fundamentally different from what all those older systems were ever built to handle. And this slide right here really shows the clash. Think of it like this. Legacy design is like a one-lane country road. Everything moves in sequence, which, for AI, creates these massive traffic jams and bottlenecks. AI design, on the other hand, that's a superhighway. It embraces parallelism and is built around the data itself. One way leads to total frustration, the other leads to incredible innovation. And listen, before we even whisper the word hardware, we have to talk about data. Because without this foundation, clean, reliable, secure, and well-governed data, I don't care if you have the most powerful supercomputer on the planet, it will produce garbage. Garbage in, garbage out. It's really that simple. Okay, so here it is, our central analogy for today, the hand. We're going to start super simple with just a basic outline. This is stage one, and the whole point here is to validate your entire process before things get super complicated and expensive. So for stage one, our dataset is incredibly simple, right? We're just identifying the major parts of the hand. Now, why start here? Because it's low risk and it's manageable. This lets you test your entire data pipeline, your governance rules, and get a solid performance baseline without getting totally overwhelmed. And this, right here, this is the core idea. The infrastructure you need perfectly matches the complexity of your data. With a simple data set like this, you don't need a supercomputer. You know what? Your standard CPUs might be perfectly fine. Your storage and network needs are minimal. Simple data means simple tech. It's a beautiful thing. But of course, the real magic of AI happens in the details, right? So now we're going to start adding more and more layers of detail to our hand model, and we're going to see exactly how that data complexity forces our infrastructure to evolve right along with it. This table is really the heart of the whole blueprint. Just look at how this progresses. You move to stage two, you add simple details like finger segments, and suddenly GPUs, which are amazing at parallel processing, become incredibly valuable. Then you get to stage three, you add more complex data like veins and fingernails, and now you need GPUs with a lot more memory. By stage four, to analyze something as intricate as skin texture and fingerprints, you need multiple GPUs working together in a single machine. And finally, for stage five, we're talking motion, different angles. You need entire distributed clusters of these things. Every single new layer of data demands a specific, more powerful upgrade. So let's zero in on stage four for a second. The moment you start analyzing super fine details like fingerprints, boom, the demands just explode. You absolutely need multiple GPUs working in parallel. You need incredibly fast storage to feed them data without causing a bottleneck. And you need high-speed networking so they can all talk to each other instantly. And then you get to the absolute peak, stage five. This is where you introduce dynamic data, motion, changing light, different angles. This requires the most sophisticated setup you can imagine. Massive, distributed GPU clusters and storage that's measured in petabytes. We're talking thousands of terabytes here. This is mission-critical, ultra-high-performance territory. Okay, so we've got the muscle, the compute power all scaled up. But what about the rest of the body? What's the supporting network that actually makes it all work together? Let's take a look at the full anatomy of an AI system. Your network, think of it as the body's nervous system. It's the wiring that connects the brain, your storage, to the muscles, which are the GPUs doing all the heavy lifting. Now, if that nervous system has any delay, any latency, the muscles can't react in time. For AI, latency absolutely kills performance. And your storage? That's the long-term memory. It holds all the knowledge, all of your data sets. But it is not some dusty old archive. That memory has to be lightning fast, ready to serve up data the instant the muscles, the GPUs, ask for it. And finally, security and governance. This is your system's protective reflex. It's that built-in instinct that yanks your hand away from a hot stove. It guards your data from being corrupted, it ensures accuracy, and it makes damn sure that only the right people can make changes. And let me be clear, this isn't some checkbox you take at the end. It's a fundamental, built-in survival mechanism. All right, so we've taken this journey, right? From a super simple outline of a hand to this complex, dynamic, moving model. Now let's boil it all down into your actual blueprint for success, the key things you need to take away for your own AI journey. So here it is, the 5-step plan. Number 1, start simple. Get it right and validate your whole workflow first. 2, scale deliberately. Let the complexity of your data drive your infrastructure choices. 3, always tie tech to business value. Make sure these big investments are actually solving real problems. 4, make governance constant. It's an ongoing process, not a one-time setup. And finally, number 5, plan for tomorrow. Always be designing for that fully detailed hand you know is coming in the future. And this final thought really just ties everything together perfectly. This isn't just about racking servers or buying the latest and greatest GPUs. It's a strategic business decision. If you get the foundation right, you unlock limitless potential for your AI. But a weak one? It will always, always hold you back. So I'll leave you with this question to think about. Looking at this blueprint, where does your organization actually stand on this journey? Are you still at stage 1, just sketching out the basic outline? Or are you getting ready for the massive complexity of stage 5? Because really, figuring out where you are right now is the only way to build the map for where you need to go next.